Good morning, guys. Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Mrs.
You're lagging a little bit.
Uh,
Voice is laggy.
am I still laggy?
No,
Is it fine now? Okay, I'm
you
sorry.
have bad. Guys, you have bad internet connection. The teacher has. I didn't say it.
No. We have internet connection. There's some problems in the internet connection here.
Yeah, but I'm hearing you.
Okay,
And of
guys,
course,
please mute your mics. Please mute your mics. Please mute your mics. We need to start. We are going to, I want you to open your resource pack. We're going to correct the homework first. Your homework was page 17 and page 27, correct? 17 and 27.
correct. Yes, miss. Miss, I solved it, but I'm still confused a bit in it.
In what, dear?
Like in the page 17, it's a bit confusing. I don't understand it a bit.
Okay, we're going to do it together. Okay.
I'm
so I
going
was
to submit it already.
Yeah, so I checked. Yeah, this is what I was going to talk about right now. I checked yesterday. I checked who submitted the homework, and it was Muhammad Ahmed, Ayman, Habiba, Tayyim, Saif, Bilal, and Omar. Those are the people who submitted the homework. What about the rest? Did anyone submit?
I submitted. I
You
didn't
did?
receive the
Okay. After finishing the session,
forgot to
after,
submit it,
okay,
but I
mute your
did it.
mics, mute your mics, mute your mics. After finishing the session, I will check again who submitted the homework, and I will see. And tomorrow I will tell you if anyone is still missing. Okay? Now please open your resource pack, page 17.
Receive the books yet, so I didn't do the homework.
What?
She didn't receive the book, so she didn't do the homework.
Unfortunately, then I cannot help you with this. I will not give you a mark unless you submit the homework. So you can ask Mustafa about what to do. Okay? Can you hear me, guys? Can you hear me?
It's very
We can hear you very well, but Miss, I just forgot that there were signs today, so I forgot my users back at my home, and now I'm at my grandma.
Okay, dear. We're going to correct the homework together first, and then we can do. You can. When you get back home, you can write what we wrote. Okay, guys. So let's start. Yes. Let's start. Mute your mics, please. Malik, if you're trying to talk, there is something wrong with your mic, and I cannot hear you. Okay. Okay. So this is page 17. Mute your mics. In these two pictures, the arrows represent forces acting. Write the names of the forces in the boxes, okay? So let's start with the first picture. In the first picture, we have a ball. Someone is bouncing a ball or dropping a ball, okay? So there are two different forces that is acting on this ball. One is looking up. One of the forces, its direction is up, and the other one, its direction is down. So if you know the answer, please raise your hand. What do you think is the force that is responsible for pulling the object down? Yes, Layan.
Gravity.
Gravity. And what about, continue, Layan, what about the one that is trying to overcome the gravity and it's trying to push the object up?
Air resistance.
Air resistance. Thank you so much. Excellent. So the answers, the one looking down is the gravity, the one looking up is air resistance. Okay. Thank you, Layan. Now, Jaida, can you do the next one? What is the baby is moving this way. So this is what? The direction of what?
Push.
No, not push. The direction of motion. He is moving or she is moving this way. So this will be the direction of motion. If you wrote push, it's also considered correct, okay? But it will be more accurate if you wrote the direction of motion. But if you wrote push, it will be considered also correct. Okay, Jaida?
Okay.
Okay,
Miss,
what
can I submit the homework again on mailbox because I submitted
I
one
don't
page
yeah, I don't check the mailbox. Submit it in the right one. Submit it again in the right one. Okay. What about this force? What is this force, Jaida? If this is the direction of the motion, what is the force that is acting in the opposite direction? This is the direction of the motion. There is a force that is always acting in the opposite direction. What is its name? Jaida, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, dear. If we are moving, I'm moving towards the door. What is the other force that is trying to stop me or slow me down in the opposite direction? The friction force, Jaida. The friction force. You forgot about the friction? The friction force. Okay.
Miss Nisma, I wrote motion without the direction of motion. Is it considered correct?
It's fine. Yes, it's okay. Okay. So the other, do you understand, Jaida? Did you remember now?
Yes.
Okay. So the first two pictures, they want us only to label the arrows. They don't want us to do anything else. Okay. Now let's do the next two. The next two, they want us to do both. They want, please mute your mics, everyone. They want us to draw. They want us to draw the arrows of the forces that is affecting the objects in the picture, and they want us to label it too. Okay, so who can do? Suhaila, can you do the first one? Can you do the plane?
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me what are the forces that is acting on the plane?
The forces.
Yes, you have one force or
Motion and friction.
the what?
Friction and motion.
Okay, so what is the direction of the motion? To the right
The
or
right.
to the left?
Right.
To the right, yes. So this is the first arrow that we're going to draw. This is the direction of the motion, okay? The plane is moving this way, okay? Now you said the friction. It's also correct if you wrote friction or if you wrote air resistance, because air resistance is a type of friction, okay? So the friction is going to be in what direction, Suhaila?
Left.
Yes, to the left. Excellent. Very good. So because the direction of the motion of the plane is to the right, the friction or the air resistance will be to the left. You can tell me there is one more force that is acting on the plane. Can you guess what it is, Suhaila? If you didn't write it, it's fine. But I want you to guess.
Air resistance.
Air resistance is the friction that you talked about, which is this way. No. There is something that is pulling the plane down.
Yeah, gravity.
Gravity, excellent. So this is one more force that is acting on the plane, okay? Thank you so much, Suhaila, this is excellent. So we're going, after drawing the arrows, we're going to label them. This is the direction of the motion, okay? This is the friction or the air resistance. If you wrote friction, correct? If you wrote air resistance, also correct, because the air resistance is a type of friction. And the last force, which is the one looking down, is the gravity force. Is it clear, guys? Do you understand?
Yes, I wrote air resistance.
Okay, okay. Okay, Lion. All right. Okay, is it clear, guys? Are you confused about this? Is it clear for you now?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
It's a bit confusing, but it's okay.
do you understand it now, so Dana? Eh?
I think because the internet was bad while you were explaining it, the time you were explaining it, so I will just watch the recording.
Yes, okay, okay. Now, who would like to see, who would like to say the answer of the next picture? Who would like to answer? Yes, Malik. Can you answer this one?
Okay.
Eh.
There is the direction of motion, and there is air resistance, and there is gravity.
There is the direction of the motion, or as Jaida said, Jaida, or yes, Jaida said, you can say push to. Okay, so this is the direction of the motion, right? Right?
Yes.
And the air resistance will be in the opposite direction, right?
Yeah.
And then there is the gravity. Very good. Thank you so much, Malik. Okay, so let me just.
I just submitted it like too late today.
You submitted your homework? You did submit your homework?
Yeah.
It now?
It was just not like when I paused when and
Would you please raise your voice because I cannot hear what you're saying?
في الفجر I did submit.
Okay, okay. I will check after the session. All right.
Miss,
Yes?
Miss, I submitted one page by mistake.
I don't know if you can do it again. Try. If you couldn't in the next session, tomorrow's session, you can show it to me in the camera. Okay?
Okay.
And gravity. All right, guys. Now the last two pictures is up to you. You know that in the last two pictures, I just want you to draw two actions. I want you to draw two actions and write everything that is related to them, their direction, the arrows of the forces, and to label the forces. So you have to draw the action and you have to put the arrows on them and then label the arrows. So I'm going to show you what am I going to do. The first picture, I will draw a parachute. In the first picture, I will draw a parachute.
Miss, this is what I did.
Okay, very good. So I will draw a parachute right there. Okay, and I'm going to put the arrows on it. So we know that on the parachute, there are two forces acting on the parachute. One is looking down and the other one is pushing up. One is pulling down and the other one is pushing up. The one that is pulling down is the gravity. And the one that is pushing up is the air resistance. Okay, the next picture I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw a car moving on a road. So I'm going to draw the road, and I'm going to draw. Of course, I'm trying to draw. I cannot draw actually. But I'm trying to do it as neat as possible. So this is a car.
It is very neat. It is very beautiful.
It looks nice.
Thank you. Okay, so this is the car. All right, so we're going to draw the arrows that is the forces that is acting on the car. Of course, we know that the car, or I will assume, let's just draw some lines here that shows that the car is moving this way. So this is the direction of the motion, this way. And the friction is looking in the opposite way. And you can also write the gravity. Okay? If you wrote only those two, the direction of the motion and the friction, it's fine. If you want to draw the gravity too, it's also fine. So this is the movement or the direction of the motion. And this one is the friction. And the last one is the gravity. Okay, is it clear
Miss,
now?
I don't understand. I don't understand the friction that much.
You don't understand who are you? I'm sorry.
Dana.
Yes, Dana. What don't you understand about the friction?
When it's going to different place, like
The
it's
friction
pointing to
force,
different
the
directions.
friction, yes, the friction force is supposed to be slowing down any moving object. It is supposed to be slowing down or stopping any moving object. So you can imagine the friction force is like a friend of yours, okay? You are rushing towards the door. You're running towards the door. This is the direction of your motion. You're running to the door. And then one of your friends come and grab you from behind to stop you from running. This is what the friction does, because it's moving in the opposite direction. Do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay, you're welcome. Now let's do quickly page 27. Open, please, page 27. Okay, let's do page 27 quickly. Page 27 is really easy. Did anyone find it difficult?
No, I just
Okay.
used my head.
Yeah, the thing is, I just want to tell you something, guys, that I don't want you to use your mental ability in doing the multiplication. In science, you can use the calculator. It's fine. I know that in math, you're not supposed to be doing this, but in science, you can use the calculator, okay? You can even use it in the quizzes and the exams, all right? Only in math, you're not allowed to until they tell you otherwise. But in science, you're allowed to use the calculator. Even in the checkpoint, they write in the front page that you can use a pencil, a ruler, an eraser, and they add also a calculator. Okay? So it's fine.
I didn't use calculator or math.
All right. So I want you, because some people found it difficult to do the decimals here. So I'm just telling you that it's fine to use the calculator, because really in science, I don't care about the technique that you use to answer the question. I really care about what are the steps that you did and what is the final result. Yes.
This lesson, I don't understand it pretty well. This one.
This part, this question?
Yeah.
You don't understand what? You're supposed to be getting, I want you to calculate the weight of all of these objects. So what you're going to do is that you're going to apply this rule. How can I calculate the weight? By multiplying the mass times gravity. Right there, they gave you the mass and the gravity on Earth. This is the mass of the object. The camel's mass is 400 kilograms. The child mass is 30 kilograms. The cat's mass is 20 kilograms. The elephant's mass is 5,000 kilograms. The tiger mass is 300 kilograms. What about the gravity? When they write the gravity, they have to specify on what planet, because the gravity changes on Earth and than on Moon, than on Mars, than on any other planet. So they have to tell you where exactly do they want you to measure the weight. Where exactly do they want you to calculate the weight? So they said here that we want to know the weight of these objects on Earth. So they gave you the gravity of Earth. This is how strong Earth is pulling you to the ground. This is how strong Earth is pulling you to the ground. Okay, so this is what you're going to do in the first table. Okay, I'm going to do it quickly. So they did the first one for us. You just have to apply the rule. Okay, I want to know the weight of the camel on Earth. So I'm going to multiply the mass of the camel times the gravity of Earth. 400 times 10 equal 4,000 Newton, which is the unit of the weight. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, let's do the next one. I will do it
30 times
quickly.
10, 300, 20 times 10, 200.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Ayman. Mute your mic. Thank you. So I want to calculate the weight of the child on Earth. Okay, so I'm going to do 30 times 10. 30 times 10 equal 300 Newton. What about the next one? I want to know the weight of the cat on Earth. So I'm going to multiply 20 times 10 equal 200 Newton.
That's easy.
Yes, the next one I want. Yes, I want to know the weight of the elephant on Earth. So I'm going to multiply 5,000 times 10 equal 50,000. What about the next one? I want to calculate the weight of the tiger on Earth. So I'm going to multiply 300 times 10, 3,000 Newton. This is the first table. Is it hard?
No, means it is very, very easy.
Okay, very nice. Let's do the next one. Let's do the next table. Now we want to know the weight of the same objects, but this time I want to know their weight on the moon. So what will change? The only thing that will change is the gravity. The only thing that will change is the gravity. Okay, so just 1 second, I'm letting Bilal in. Okay, so I want to know the weight of the camel on moon. I want to know the weight of the camel on moon. So what will I do? I will do the same as the first table, but the only thing that will change is the gravity of the moon. The gravity of the moon is 1.7. This is how strong the moon pulls any object on it to it. Okay, so I'm going to do the same. 400 times 1.7 equals 680. And this will be the weight of the camel on the moon. Okay, the same thing. I want to know the weight of the child on the moon. So I'm going to do the same. 30 times 1.7 equal 51. What about the next one? I want to know the weight of the cat on the moon. So I'm going to do 20 times 1.7 equal 34. What about the next one? I want to know the weight of the elephant on the moon. So I'm going to do 5,000 times 1.7 equals 8,500. And the last one, I want to know the weight of the tiger on the moon. So I'm going to multiply 300 times 1.7 equal 510 Newtons. Is it clear?
So easy and clear.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So since I forgot to take the attendance, I'm going to take it right now. Okay. I'm going to take the attendance quickly. So please, if you hear your name, yes, Adam. Adam?
Adam is not here.
He's not here. Alia Gamal?
Not here.
Okay, Ayman?
I'm here.
هلال.
Yes.
اوكي. دانا.
Yes, miss.
حبيبة.
Yes, miss.
جايدة.
Yes, miss.
ليان.
Yes, miss.
مالك. مالك is here, right? مؤمنة.
Yes.
محمد أحمد. Quickly guys, please, I have to go.
Muhammad Ahmed is not here.
محمد.
He's here.
He's here. Okay. Nadim. I don't think he's here. Yeah. Omar.
I'm here.
Saif.
Here.
Suhaila.
Yes, miss.
And Taim.
Time is here.
Okay. Thank you guys. Bye.